Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am back again with another video. In today's video, we will be doing something a little new for me. I will be doing my weekly spending for the first week of August. I did spend 300 around or about $344 last week. If you would like to see where my money went, please continue to watch and I will break down how much I spent each day of the week last week. So if that sounds like something you will be interested in, please continue to watch. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel and other small creators. I do appreciate you all. Now let's get to it. Now, I have been trying to get into the groove of being more intentional with my money, and not just being more intentional, but knowing exactly where every dollar goes. And even with that, keeping up with all of the money that I spend. So I have this sheet here that I purchased from Etsy. And so I am going to show you guys what I spent each day last week. And then I am going to go ahead and do my best and unstuff those categories from my envelopes. So I have my pastel envelopes here and I have my wallet to the side of me. And we will be breaking down or going over all of the money that was spent last week, which is the week of August the 3rd. So I am going to be using this sheet. Like I said, I'm going to tilt it a little bit to make it more comfortable for me. And we're going to go ahead and get into it. So like I said, we're doing the week of August the 3rd. So we're going to do 8/3/26. So on Monday, I made two purchases. I made one purchase from Apple Books. And that was in the amount of $2. So I purchased it wasn't an audio book. I purchased a book from Apple Books and it was on sale for $2. So I went ahead and purchased it. Next is Sam's Club. So Sam's Club, I had a small delivery on last Monday in the amount of $34.90. Another thing that I decided that I'm going to do, instead of writing down my exact amount, I'm going to round either the amount up or I'm going to round it down. So I spent $34.90. So I'm going to round that to $35. And that is the amount of money that I spent on Monday, which was August the 3rd. So I'm going to put a 3 right here so I can keep up with that, because some of the days I didn't spend money at all. So for Monday, I spent the total of $37 on Monday. So I'm going to go over to Tuesday, so I'm going to go so I'm going to go over to Tuesday, which was the 4th, and on the 4th I did not make any purchases. So I'm just going to write a 0, or I can just write no spend. That was a no spend day for me. And so on Wednesday, August 5th, that was another no spend day. So I'm going to write no spend. And I don't know if I'm going to cross it out or put my 0 and the X. I think I like what I did here on Tuesday better for no spend. So on the 6th, which was Thursday, I did make a purchase from Etsy, and that is when I purchased this weekly spending sheet. So for Etsy, that is what I bought on the 6th, and I spent $1.50 on this digital printout, guys. But like I said, I'm going to round this 150 up to $2. So I'm going to say Wednesday I spent $2 on, not Wednesday, but on Thursday, I spent $2. All right, so on Friday, which was the 7th, that was also a no spend day for me. So I'm going to write no spend. And then we're going to go over to Saturday, which I do majority of my spending on the weekends. And Saturday was the 8th. So on Saturday, I made a purchase from CVS, and that was in the amount of $39.82. So I am going to round that to $40 for CVS on Saturday. Then I bought me some new walking shoes. I bought some Hoka walking shoes, and I did do a buy now, pay later. And so my first payment installment was $41.74. So I am going to say that I spent $42 on that. And then I also had a nail deposit because I am getting my nails done this weekend. And you do have to leave a deposit to secure your appointment. And that was $20 for Saturday. So that is all the money that I spent on Saturday. So I have $40, 42, that makes 82 plus 20, that is going to be $102. So lastly is Sunday, which was the 9th. And on Sunday, I ran some errands and I went to Kroger. I actually have 2 Kroger receipts. I'm going to write Kroger twice. And I spent $37.70, so I'm going to write $38. And then I spent $66.13, so I'm going to write $66. And then I went to see my aunt, and I had on a perfume that she loved so much. And so I decided that I will be purchasing that for her for Christmas / her birthday. Her birthday at Christmas is in the month of December. So I decided that I would get a jump on Christmas, and I would go ahead and purchase her that fragrance on a buy now, pay later, of course. And that was from Max Aroma. And that was in the amount of $30.48, but we're going to round it to $31. So for Sunday, I spent a total of 66 plus 31, a total of $135. So I'm going to go ahead and add up each day the amount of money that I spent. And let's see if it is close to the $344 I said it was at the beginning of the video. So I'm going to add $37 from Monday, $2 from Thursday, $102 from Saturday, plus $135 from Sunday. And that equals $276. Something is missing. For CVS, nail deposit, Kroger. No, that's right. Yeah, $276. I don't know where I got $344 from. Oh, yeah. I missed one, you guys. On Saturday as well, I went to my other grocery store. It's called Trentwood. And in Trentwood, I spent $67.77. So I looked over something. So I'm going to round that to $68 on top of my $102. That is going to be $170. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe this out. And we're going to write 170. So if I added my 68 to my 276 that I already had, then I do have my $344 that I estimated at the top of the video. So that is that. So now I am going to go ahead and unstuff all of the money that I spent because I do use my credit card for a majority of my purchases. And so I am going to go ahead and unstuff what I spent this week. So I'm going to grab my wallet over here and take that out, and we're going to start with Monday. So like I said, I made a purchase from Apple Books, and that is going to be coming out of my spending money, and that was $2. Next was Sam's Club. That was for food. So, excuse me. So $35 will be coming out of my food category. So I'm gonna grab a 20, a 10, and a 5 to cover the $35 for food. So now we're going to move to Thursday, and Thursday I spent $2 on Etsy. So I'm going to grab my spending money here, and I'm going to put a 5 in, and I'm going to remove 3 singles. But actually I don't have, I'm going to need to get 5 singles from somewhere. Let me see if I have some. Okay, so I just made change for my 5, so I'm just going to add the 2 singles for my Etsy digital download. So now we're going to move down to Saturday, and CVS, which is usually a household category. I am going to take out $40 for that. So I'm going to go to household and remove $40. Next is going to be my Hoka purchase, which is $42. And I'm going to take that, you guys, from my spending money. So I'm going to remove $42. So let's see. I think I'm going to put a 50 in here and grab $8. So 5, 6, 7, 8 to cover the $42. Next is my nail deposit of $20, and that's going to come from my beauty category. So I'm going to grab my pink binder and remove $20 for beauty. So that is that. Next, I have Trentwood, which is a grocery store. So I am going to go back to my purple binder and remove $68 for food. So let's see. I might have to borrow $1 from my spending money, and just to make 68. So I'm gonna have 50, 60, 65, 66, 67, and 68 from my food category. Okay, and then next for Sunday, I might as well grab that back out. Kroger, I have a $38 purchase at Kroger, and I bought wine with that. So that's going to come from my spending money, and that's $38. So I'm going to take $38 from my spending money. So it's 20, 30, 5, 36, 37, and 38. And that is from my spending. Okay, so next is going to be for food in the amount of $66 from Kroger. So I am going to put a $100 bill in here and remove, is it $34, guys? 66, 76, 86, 96. So I'm going to remove $34. So I'm going to grab a 20, a 10, and 4 singles to cover for food. All right. And lastly is going to be Max Aroma. Now, I'm not sure if I want to take this from my beauty category or my spending category? I think I am going to take it from my spending category. So I'm going to grab a $100 bill and I am going to take out, let's see, 31. What is it, you guys? Is it $69? Yeah, we're going to put this in and remove $69. So 100, 50, 60. I don't have the $9, so I'm going to grab 2 5s and just put a single back. Now let me check my math just to make sure. Yep, 69. Okay. So that is it. I have stuffed everything that I spent this week. We already added up that the total amount is $344. So as for notes, we're going to write total amount $344. And now we are going to add and make sure that we have what we should have. So I'm going to grab the two $100 bills. So that's 200 plus 50 plus 2, 4, 60, 80 plus a 10 plus $4. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals $344. So that is the amount of money that we spent in week 1 of August, $344. I hope that you guys enjoyed my weekly spending video. This is one of probably many to come. This is the only thing that will probably hold me accountable in my spending. And yes, I do feel like I do need to tweak in some areas and not spend, but that will come in due time. So if you guys made it to the end of this video, please drop a green heart in the comments section. I do appreciate you guys for watching my videos. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.